Okay, so one thing I wanted to share with people today was, oops, okay, I can do that. Is the Canvas tour that I've been doing, there's a text version of it. I'm just putting a link in the chat. So if you want a text version of what I've been saying, it's not in exactly the same order that I've been saying it, but most of the information that I've talked about here and a little bit more is in that document. So if you're interested in that, that's there. Yeah, okay,
Oh,
great.
it says page not found.
Does it?
Yeah. Unable
Oh.
to open the file at this time.
Oh, what did I do? What did I
Um,
do?
Maybe the permissions?
That's what I'm wondering.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I was, I checked the permissions. Oh man, unless I've done the link wrong. Where am I? Where am I going? Okay, let me just find it. Oh, I see. Sorry, I shared the document, but it's in a folder that's not shared. Let
Okay.
me try. Sorry, so many layers in Google sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try it now. No, it still says page not found.
No.
Okay, well, hello.
No worries, Tracy, or else you can always send it to me later. And when I put up this recording with that, I'll put that document.
Oh, wait, sorry. I'm just gonna get just the Google link. Maybe it's the bit.ly that's not working. It's not going to the right place.
Asking you a question at the end of last class to compare how easy it is compared to Canvas. Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't
Moodle
you
and
that
Canvas.
was asking about the hosting plans, right?
No, no.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, and the other thing, Diane, is, and anybody else who wants to join it. So Diane joined a course that's called Quiz Questions. So it's about, shows you all the different kinds of, like there's samples of all the different kinds of quiz questions in there. And I've added to that some sample assignments into that course space. So if anybody's interested in looking at that, because that's what we'll look at today is the assignments. Okay, so let me just share my screen. Oops, come on. Okay, so now I'm in my dashboard and our course is called MTML fruit. Okay, so we started looking at the quiz and we added we added a true false question. So I thought what I might do is just add a couple of other questions so you can see what another couple of questions looks like. Okay. And again, if you have a question or anything you want to say, just you can call out or you can put something in the chat. You don't have to wait till the end or anything like that. So to add questions to my quiz, I'm just going to open it up. Click on the link. Oh, I was messing around in here, so I'm just going to ignore that. And I click the edit button. And this is, again, the first page you come to when you're editing the quiz is just the general quiz instructions or notes that you might have. And if you want to add questions, you click on this tab here that says questions. Okay. And to add a question, you just click on new question. And this time I'm going to add a multiple choice question. So you can see from this list all the different choices. So I'll try a few of them. I won't do them all because it would take forever. But just to note that all these questions, most of these questions will be automatically graded in the quiz. But if you add essay questions, you will have to go in and grade those questions. You can't have them automatically marked. So we'll just try a multiple choice question. So I'll put the question in here. Oops, that's Sorry, didn't copy my question. Let me copy it. So these questions are a bit silly. Okay. Oh, wait. So I've left a blank. So what color are oranges when they are ripe? And then I'm going to put in some, so you can put the correct answer. See, the first thing is the correct answer, but if you want to change that, so if you accidentally write the wrong answer here, you can make this the correct answer if you want. So, but I'm going to make, whoops, hello. I'm going to make the first answer right, which is orange, and then I'll just put in some other colors. And then you remember to click your update question. And then you've added another question. I didn't change the points. If I ever want to go in and change anything about this question, I can click this little pencil here. And if I want to delete it, I just click the X. And if I want to move the questions around, I can click on this and I can drag them so they'll be in a different order. So I can do a lot. And if I want to see what each question is, like what's inside the question, if I click this button here, I can see more detail about each question. So whether I, just want to see what the questions are. If you're dragging things around, it's easier to have it not have the details showing because it's a shorter thing that you have to drag around. So that's a multiple choice question. So now we'll just look at the difference between multiple choice and multiple answers. So multiple answer is a multiple choice question, but you can click more than one answer. To get the right, to get the points. So, and in this case, so we'll put, because apples can be lots of different colors when they're ripe. Oops, hello. I'll put in those choices and I'll say that this answer is also right. Oops. Okay, why is it not? There we go. And that this answer is also right. So in this case, when I click on the arrow, it doesn't automatically make the other question wrong. I can select 3 answers as being correct. And again, I'll update the question. And we can see the difference between the multiple choice where you have 1 answer and the multiple answer where 3 answers gives you the correct answer. Okay. So I'll just do a couple more just so you can see the differences. We'll try fill in the blank. And in this case, you just write your sentence with a blank in it, and then you can put in, and in this case, these can be a bit tricky because you can decide, oh, the students must have only 1 answer, so, and they must spell it this way. Or you can put in some other possibilities so that if they put it in with a capital letter, you're not going to mark them incorrectly. Or maybe, some oranges are green when they're ripe, so you might put in some possibilities. And if you want to, if there's some common spelling mistakes and you're not marking them on spelling for the question, you might put in some kinds of variations. So fill in the blank questions can be a little bit tricky because people can get sort of the right answer, but if they don't put it in, if it's not one of the things that you've put in these slots, they'll be marked as incorrect. And then we update the question and it shows up there. Okay. In a minute, I'll show you the student view so we can see what this quiz looks like. And then I'll just do one more question type. Whoops, where am I? Sorry, I need to make you seasick. We'll try matching. You'll notice there's a formula question in here too, or numerical answer. So if you're doing math questions, you have some options there. So in the matching question, people can match up two signs. So you just set it up. So I'm just going to do fruit and colors. So I'm going to put red there. Is as if everything's going well. These fruits are these colors. And then you have some, you can put in some distractors. So you can add some other things so that they're that aren't matched to anything. And then to make the question a little bit trickier for people. And then you have that question there. Okay, so we have a series of questions. So to oh, and then sorry, then I have to save the question, save it. Okay, so I can preview it. So as a teacher, I can preview it and I can see what the quiz is going to look like, but I can't, and I can sort of try it out. So I can see all the questions and I can say, I can pick an answer there. I can pick a few answers. Oop, that one's not working. Oh, this is the fill in the blank. Sorry, that's why. So I pick one answer there. And this one is where I can pick a bunch of correct answers. So I'll pick 3 that I think are correct there. And this is how the text box works. You type in your answer there. And this is what the pairs question looks like. So you can save it. So I'll do some and then, so you can test it out by looking at the preview. And then this is what it would look like to the students when they've done their quiz. When they've got a correct question, they get it marked correct. And when they make a mistake, it shows up red like this. And if you've allowed your quiz to them to try the quiz again, they can try it again and see if they can get all the answers right. In this one, I selected that it would show the right answer so they can see the right answer, but that's also a choice that you have in the question is you could, so they wouldn't see the correct answer. They just see that they got the incorrect answer. So if I wanted to change that, I can go in and edit the question and take that option out. Okay. Whoops, hello. So how's everybody feeling about the quizzes? Does anybody have any questions or concerns? Okay, very good. Okay, so is that clear? Okay, so if you're interested in looking at more quiz types, again, just send me an email and I'll put you in that quiz type course and you can sort of experiment in there. But now I'm just going to go back home and now we're going to do the assignments. So there are a bunch of different parameters around assignments. So and some of them are super easy and some of them they're not super complicated, but they take some instructions and stuff. So anyway, I'll just start in the way we add everything into a module is I'll just start again. We'll click on the little plus sign at the top of the module where we want the assignment to be. It's the first one in the top, so you don't have to scroll down. We don't have any assignments yet, so we create an assignment and we're going to call our assignment so this one, we're just going to ask people to share our website. So this is, whoops. This is just going to be a very simple assignment where people can add some online text. So, and we add the item and it's there, and you can see this is the assignment icon, is this little page with a pencil on it. And in order to add something to it, we go to the edit page. Oh, sorry, that's not what. We click on the thing and then click on edit. So then we get our editing pane. So before I add the assignment, I'll just show you some of the options, right? So you can decide how many points you want your assignment to be for, what the grade would be for this assignment, and whether you want the assignment to count towards the final grade. So you can have assignments so that you people are doing a certain number of assignments and they'll get a grade for the whole course, or not do that. That's up to you. You can decide if you want the assignment to be a submission. So you can put assignments in here where people aren't submitting anything in Canvas. So if you were doing a hybrid class or a blended class and they might be doing some work somewhere else, so in the class they might be doing a classroom presentation or something, so they wouldn't actually be submitting anything in Canvas, but you can grade them in Canvas so that all their grades for the course would be in the same place. So you can do that. You have that option if you want to do that. You can choose on paper is another option. And that's when somebody might be submitting something to you, but not in Canvas. So they might be, again, doing a presentation or doing some kind of creative work, but they're going to hand you a paper or hard copy of it rather than submitting it through Canvas. And you can choose that. And again, you'll have the option of putting their grade. If it's a graded assignment, you can keep all their grades and all their feedback in Canvas. So some people like to do that. And external tools is if you have an external app integrated. So we won't really think about that one. But we'll pick online submission because that's what we're going to be doing for this assignment. And again, in the online submission, you get these options. So text entry, which means you get a little box to write in on the website, a website URL. So if you're asking people to save a link, send you a link, you'll just get a place to put the link. It will automatically link it for them. A recording or student annotation. So today I'm just going to show you, we'll just start with this website URL. And then we'll look at the student annotation because that seems to be the assignment that people like the best that you can do with PDF documents. And then you can decide whether you want to have a limited number of attempts or just unlimited. I'm going to leave it unlimited for now, but if you wanted people to be able to submit something and then change their mind and submit something new, you can leave it unlimited. And if you wanted them just to be able to submit once. And these are some options that we won't really look at today. Group assignments, requiring other students to give feedback to, like have students give feedback to each other. You can set that up in here. And you can assign who's going to give feedback to that assignment. And you can do this if you want. If you have other people grading in your course, I would imagine you would do that, where you don't see the student's name. You probably, for LBS purposes, we may not want to do that, but if you want to do anonymous grading, you have that option. So I'm just going to put in some instructions here for the URL, and then okay. And one thing I do sometimes is with this is I highlight it in blue and make the text color white, because then it looks a little bit like the button. But you don't need to do that, but It's an option. Okay. And then I'm going to save it. Okay. So that's what it will look like to you as a teacher when you come in. You won't really see anything, any possibilities. So if anybody wants to, if you take that document that I shared with you, it has a couple of sample instructions for doing assignments because you can't really see how to do the assignment when you look at it as a teacher. But if you want to see what the students are doing, you click on student view. Oh, sorry. I've made a mistake, but it's okay. You have to publish it before the students can see it. That's why it was giving me access denied. So I'll go back and publish it, and then you can see it as the students see it. So when they come in, they just see the instructions here. And then this button is up here, which is, I think, a little bit confusing, but once they've done it once, they don't seem to have a problem with it. So, and then you click on that. And then you can see, I can put in a website link in here. So I'll just put in this website. And I can leave a comment about the website. And when I'm done, I can submit the assignment. And I get some confetti for submitting it. And because I said that the submissions were unlimited, you could have unlimited attempts. There's now this new attempt button here if I want to try it again. If I want to see what I submitted as a student, I can click on this and I can see. And this is what it would look like when the teacher would look at it as well, right? So you can see when you use that URL, it's sort of nice because the student doesn't have to hot link, doesn't have to do anything to create a link. They just put in the link and it becomes a link automatically in the assignment. Okay. So that's how a simple assignment, a simple just URL assignment would work. I'm just going to leave the student view. Oops. And I'll go in. Okay, so now that we go in as not a student, as a teacher again, if we want to see what the students have done, see there's some new things here up in this corner because a student submitted something. So we see this speed grader and we see download submissions. So you can download all the submissions if you want onto your computer. And if you want to see them in Canvas, you hit speed grader and you'll notice it opens in a new, it's the only thing that does this, but it opens in a new tab. So you can't use the back button to get back. And this is what you would see as an instructor. You can see the student's name is up here. It's the test student. If you can scroll through to the other students by using these arrows, nothing will happen because, oh, that's just the test student I put in. So you can scroll through, or you can use this little drop down menu. And you can see this student has a black dot beside their name. That in this menu, you would have more students. The ones with black dots are people who have submitted something for this assignment. So what you can do as the instructor is you can put your grade here and you can add a comment. You can actually, if you want to make a video comment or audio comment, you can, or you can upload a file. You can give the student some feedback and then you can submit it. So, and oops, I'll try to spell that correctly. And I'll give them, oh, I didn't make a grade, but anyway, I'll give them 12 points out of it. And then I'll submit it. You can't edit your comments once you've made a comment as a teacher, the only thing you can do is delete them and make a new comment. If you've written something and you're like, oh, I didn't mean to write that, or I want to change it, you have to just delete it and write it again. Okay, so now this will show up in the student's grade book and they'll see their grade and their comment. And if you go to the speed grader, so this little button over here will take you to the grade book. And then you'll see the student's grades. The student got, 12 out of 0 for all the assignments that are in the course. So you can keep track of it that way. Okay, so any questions about any of that? Okay. Yeah.
Tracy, can I just ask
Mhm.
a question about the grade book? It doesn't seem to show anything there about comments. Does it record the comments or only the number grade?
Oh, yeah, you'd have to click on each submission
To see the
to
comments.
see the comments, yeah.
Okay, all right.
As far
Thanks.
as I know, I don't know if there's a view that. I wonder, let me see. No, that's not the,
It does allow you to put notes there, perhaps?
yeah.
Interesting. Okay, that's interesting.
So, and I assume those notes only, I haven't used the notes, so I don't know. I'm assuming those notes are just for the teacher, like that the
Yeah,
student wouldn't see the note. So
Right.
you could
Okay.
say, if somebody's handing in something late and they had asked for permission or something, you could say, they're gonna hand it in next week or something like that. I guess you could leave yourself a note. Yeah. I'll show you some more stuff about the grade book in a bit, like after we do the other assignment. And how to find out, like how to view student progress. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we'll try the student annotation. Sorry, things have just gotta move something so I can do it. The student annotation assignment. Okay, so where am I here? Okay, so I do this again. Plus, and I want to do an assignment, a new assignment, and I'm just going to call it apple pie. I'll call it apple pie worksheet. So so that we remember what it is. And I'll add it. Okay, so you can see it has the same little icon, and we go in and it works just the same way. So we go in, we click the edit button, and we add in our instructions. Okay. Okay, so maybe I'll give it some points this time. This time I'm going to choose online submission, and I'm going to choose student annotation. I'll show you something. I'll choose these two. I'll choose text entry or student annotation, just so you can see a certain thing. And then, so when you choose student annotation, you have to add a file for the students to annotate, and it has to be a PDF file. It won't work with a Word document. So I don't have the file here, so I'm going to upload it from my computer, and I'm going to choose this worksheet. Okay, so now the file is there. I'm not going to change anything else, I don't think. And I'm just going to, I'll save and publish this time, so we can see it in the student view. So once again, you can't see much about it unless you go into student view. So I'll do that again, and we'll see what it looks like to the students. So when you choose I'll just give that a minute to load, but I'll just show you. So you notice that I chose 2 different kinds of assignment. When that happens, you have 2 tabs here. So you may have to add that into your instructions for the students. So if you're giving them different options for how to submit their assignment, and then the student would click on the tab of the option that they wanted to try. But we're gonna just look at the student annotation one. So what happened here, so this worksheet has something to read, and then it has a chart in the bottom where the students can write some answers. Okay, so and the story is about making an apple pie and how you have to travel around the world it's for kids. So how you have to travel around the world to get all the ingredients for your apple pie. And you can see it's got some of the answers filled in, and then you're supposed to fill in some things in the chart and answer some answers in the question. So if you're used to PDF annotation, you'll know some of these things, but when it's time to annotate the PDF, you just click on that, and then wherever you click, it creates a little text box for you. So France is also in Europe, so I can type that. And as long as I've got the T, I can keep, I can't remember where the cinnamon came from. Sri Lanka. Okay, so, and I'll just do a couple. I won't do them all. So that's how I annotate the PDF. And then when I'm finished, I hit submit assignment. And I get my confetti again. And then we'll leave student view. And we'll look and see what it looks like to the teacher. Okay. So then when I scroll down, I can see the student answers. And I can also annotate. So if I want to say, you know, why didn't you fill this one in? I can leave a question for the student right in the assignment, and they'll be able to see that later. Or I can just leave a comment and I can give them a grade. So you only answered 2, so you only get 2 out of 12. Whoops, where'd it go? And you have some other tools up here for how you want to annotate. So if you want to use the pen tool and circle something, you can do those kind of things. So the student annotation assignment is quite nice because you can annotate as the instructor right on their work. So some people like that, some instructors like that. So when you finished your annotations, you can just submit them. I think it's taking a few minutes. I'll just go back to the home page. Okay. So does anybody have any questions about the, sorry? I didn't hear that. Oh, somebody's just, okay, it's not for us, right? Somebody's just talking. Okay, all right, okay. So that's the assignment. The other options for assignments are, as we saw, is a file upload. So in that case, so if you wanted to use a Word document rather than a PDF, if you didn't have your assignment in a PDF, you can do an assignment where you put a document there for them, and then they download the document, and then you can upload. Then they can upload the document with their correct answers. So you could use the same worksheet as a Word document, but then you would add the document as a file here. You would add the document, and then they would download it, and you give them a space to upload the document when they finish the assignment. So you have, when you're thinking about it, you're thinking about what would be easiest for the students I work with, for the learners I work with. the sort of idea of downloading and uploading. And that's, the student annotation is quite new. I think it came just sort of last spring, early summer, it arrived. So prior to that, people who had been working in Canvas since last fall were doing the upload, download, or the download, upload version, the file submission version. And the students seemed fine with that. But most people were quite happy when they found the student annotation one. And it seems like learners were able to use it pretty well. Sort of level 2, 3 learners were able to do that pretty well. So people seemed pretty excited when it arrived. They were pretty happy to use it. Okay. So again, I'll just show you this course. So this is where I have some samples. And again, a couple of people have joined, but if you want to join this this course and see what the different assignments look like. So this is a PDF when you're asking for online submission, a PDF where you're asking people to upload something, and the student annotation PDF, which is what we just looked at. And here's the options if you're using a Word doc. And this is if you have more than one option. And you may be interested in there because I put the instructions in for how to do that for the students. So if you're interested in creating any of those kind of assignments, you can join that course and see the instructions that I've added to figure, that you could share also with students. Okay. All right, so now I think we've done all the possibilities of activities and resources that you can add to a module. If you want to add another module, you click this button here and you can start creating inside there. But what we'll look at now is sort of how to see what students are doing in the course. So there's a couple of different ways. So the first thing you can do is you can click on this people button, and then you'll see all the people in your course. And you can see, so if you click on the person's name, that's because I'm a teacher. You know what? I don't have any students in here, so what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to go into a different course and show you this. Sorry. So I'm going to go into this course because there's a bunch of students and a lot of them are literacy workers. So you may, it's a course I set up for a different group that was learning how to do it. Okay, so when I click on their name, because some of you may know Summer, so from Literacy Link South Central, she's in this course. So when I click on the name, this little window opens of a student. So, and you can see in here, there's one of the things is grades. So if I wanted to look at the grades Summer got, I can click on that. And I'll go to this page and I can see all the assignments in the course. There are a lot because this was the sample course. And if she's done any assignments and what grade she would have got on them. Okay, I'll just click back to this list. And if I want to see from this page, I can also, there's these 3 dots beside each person's name. And then I can, if I want to see other things about the person, I can click on here and I'll go to their sort of bio page. So I can see their bio. I can see all the courses that they're enrolled in. I can see when they started. I can see if I have attendance set up, I can see the last time they were in here.
Baisse le volume, s'il vous plaît.
Okay. All right. So those are 2 things that you can see from this page. The other thing you can check here is something called the student interaction report. So you click this little 3 buttons up here and you see the student interactions report. And then you can see all the students in the course. These are all literacy workers and that I was doing a demonstration for, so that's why they haven't done anything. I think the scores they got is because we had the attendance set up. We were playing around with attendance, so they all got perfect marks for attendance. And Summer did try one of the assignments. She was playing around with it, but I get a report for all the different students. I can show you what it looks like. There's a sample. Still have that open? Here, this is what it would look like if you had students who were doing a lot of things in the course. So if in that document that I shared with you, I have a link to this page, but this is what this explains the student interaction. I'll put this link in the chat, but this explains the student interaction report and what's in there and how to see it all. But you get quite a comprehensive view of what the students have been up to. Okay. Okay. So that's one way, by going to the people page in your course. I'm going to go back to our course. Sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit. I'm going to go back. No, I'll go back in here actually and do this. So when I'm in a course, so that's what we could see from this link from people. The other course, the other link that you have here is grades. And that's what takes you to that speed grader, which is, oops, sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. Stop. Okay. And that's the speed grader view. So we saw that before, that when we clicked on that little book from inside when we were grading the assignment. And then you can see all the students and you can see all the work that they've done. And if you want to see the assignment, the link is up here. And if you want to see the students' work, you can click there. Okay. Okay. So that's all I sort of had planned for this session. So if anybody has any questions or anything they'd like me to show them that I haven't shown them or anything like that.
Tracy, it's Diane. I was just looking briefly at Big Blue Button and how it integrates into it. The only question I had about that is if you're having repeated meetings every day, do you just set the conference to unlimited in terms of time and then you can keep going back to this? Like, do you know anything about how that integrates?
Yeah, I haven't used it. I know Summer was looking at it. I could find out from her a bit more. I think they decided to just stick with Zoom and not use Big Blue. So I don't think they actually ended up using it. But
okay,
yeah, you
that's
do
fine.
have, yeah, the options are here. I'll just share again.
But yeah, I guess I was just trying to figure out the mechanics of it. Does the teacher start the conference, a new conference every day, or does the yeah, I wasn't sure how that worked.
Yeah.
Because it has a duration, but I didn't know if it was the same conference that would, anyways, because it doesn't seem to refer to repeating. So yeah, but that's okay. I can, just a,
it's not in here. So yeah, I think you're right. I think you just set them up and it will invite the people in the course, right? But it won't.
So maybe you do it every day as you start your meeting. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what it looks like to me.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
In that document that I shared, I linked to the help guides. And the guides are actually really, really good. So I would imagine that there's good instructions for how to use Big Blue Button.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know anybody who's using Big Blue Button in it, so I don't,
Mhm.
I think all the school board instructors kept using Zoom.
Yeah, we are not allowed to use Zoom, so we're using Google Meet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
you're using Google Meet. Okay, where are you
Yeah.
working?
As the Ottawa School Board.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they don't allow it for sort of privacy
Yeah,
reasons?
yeah, I
things like
would.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so would, maybe they would let you use Big Blue Button, I don't know.
they have said yes, we can use it if it's part of for our ESL group, for example. It's integrated into their learning management system, so they have approved us to use it in that scenario. So I know how to use it outside of. I guess I just didn't know how it would work with this tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah,
That's fine.
sorry.
Thanks.
Sorry, I don't either, really. Okay, okay. Any other questions or anything else anybody'd like to look at? Maybe I'll know about it, maybe I won't. Okay, well, if that's all, then thank you, everybody. That's our
We
sort
can
of
do the
short-
polls, sorry. If we could do the polls.
Oh, yes,
completely.
yeah, no, sorry, I would just sort of, if you want to be in that sample course, just get in touch with me and I'll put you in, and if you're interested in the tour, use that link, and yeah, thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you.
So can everyone see the poll? If you could just. I hope I'm doing it right.
I can see it, so I don't,
Okay.
I'm a host, right? So maybe that's.
Yeah.
why. Oh, here, I'll stop sharing. That will make life easier.
Can the rest see? Are you able to? Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, I think everybody did. Okay, so can you see my screen now? Just the feedback? No? Okay, it's okay.
We can't see anything
No?
from your end, Brain, no.
I don't
Are
know.
you
why.
sharing it?
I am.
No.
Okay, it's okay. Well, it met everybody's expectations. Thank you. I have increased knowledge and or awareness of the subject matter. Everybody agreed. I will integrate the knowledge and our practice into my program. 100% said somewhat. The length of the session was just right. So thank you so much. So thank you so much, Tracy, for the wonderful sessions.
Thank
And
you, guys.
yeah, and the rest for attending. And I think it's just a norm that by the time the first workshop we had the most, second we had less, and the third, but yeah, I think it was great.
Okay,
Thank you so much and have a good day, everyone.
okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tracy. Good seeing you.
Yeah, nice to see you, Georgina. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.